Today in history, February 10th, 1258, the siege of Baghdad ends with the surrender of the last Abbasid Caliph to Hulagu Khan, a prince of the Mongol Empire. 1306, in front of the high altar of Greyfriars Church in Dumfries, Robert the Bruce murders John Comyn, sparking the revolution in the Wars of Scottish Independence. 1676, the Lancaster Raid, the first in a series of 5 planned raids on English colonist towns as part of King Philip's War. 1763, Treaty of Paris ends French-Indian War, France surrenders Canada to Great Britain. 1807, U.S. Coast Survey authorized by Congress. 1863, at Grace Episcopal Church in New York City, Charles Stratton of Bridgeport, Connecticut marries Lavinia Warren of Millbrook, Massachusetts. 1870, City of Anaheim in California incorporates for the first time, but disincorporates after 2 years as the tax burden was too high. Also 1870, YWCA forms in New York City. 1933, delivery of the first singing telegram. 1940, Tom and Jerry, created by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, debut their first shorts produced for Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. 1941, DC's World's Finest Comics #1, titled World's Best Comics for the first issue, hits the stands. 1941, First Highway Post Office makes its first trip, Washington, D.C. to Harrisonburg, Virginia. 1942, Glenn Miller is awarded the first ever gold record for selling 1 million copies of Chattanooga Choo Choo. 1952, Marvel's Uncanny Tales #1 hits the stands. 1953, Fiction House's Man o' Mars #1 hits the stands. 1961, Niagara Falls Hydroelectric Project begins producing power. 1962, first art exhibition for Roy Lichtenstein at Leo Costelli Gallery. 1964, Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers record their album Free for All at Van Gelder Studio in Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey. 1967, the 25th Amendment to the Constitution, dealing with succession to the presidency and establishes procedures both for filling a vacancy in the office of the vice president, as well as responding to presidential disabilities, is ratified. 1968, in their 5th issue, Rolling Stone magazine offers a new incentive to build their subscriber base, a free Roach clip with every paid subscription. 1978, Van Halen releases their debut self-titled album on Warner Brothers Records.